Yeah, documenting the lives of the Homo communia. So I just walked to this courthouse and asked two questions. One of them is, how do I get the fee waived as a plaintiff to file papers? And the other one is, has BC solved the issue that if you don't have a mailing address, they'll work with you online for things? It didn't sound like they did, and it sounds like I have the fees to print and scan, or print at least for original signature for filing papers. Now he's still talking, and then he kind of makes me doubt something, and so I kind of ask him another question. But he says a lot of things that, like for example, I had enough when he said, "You're in Prince Rupert now, sir." Then I said, "Is there somebody else I can talk to? Maybe because I'm feeling my intelligence is insulted." Like I don't know if it's because he assumes people with low income or no mailing address are stupid. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. And then, he says, "No, that's not the way I want to be, or that's not what I'm doing." And I said, "Well, it's like I don't want to start recording conversation as evidence to prove to you what you're really saying." And of course, they don't like that, right? And then I say, "Hey, I speak both languages. I can speak French and what." And he said, "No, I only speak English." And I said, and he said, "Oh, well, okay, we'll give English another chance then." And then he said, "Well, see, now I feel insulted." But he's laughing when he's saying this because he's, naturally enjoying this type of interaction, right? I'm not. Like, you don't need to be a victim more when you're trying to file papers as a victim, people. I don't know how to tell you this, how you're failed as a proto-society in Canada. So I'm calling his incongruence. I'm saying, well, if you feel insulted, how come you're smiling and enjoying saying that now you're feeling insulted? So I have to, take over the conversation, make sure nobody calls BC Sheriff to give me a bad reputation for being the person that knows how to communicate effectively and wants to prove it through recordings. Because I'm here for a particular purpose. I don't need more victimization to try to be less of a victim in BC or Canada or the rest of the world of the Homo communia, what I'm documented as your choices in your lives. Anyways, I left with what I wanted, a piece of paper he wrote on to look specifically for those forms to file when I'm filing the papers related to low income and things like that. So I look it up, and then I grab cards in the meantime, and I say, "Oh, is this what you meant?" Because I mentioned, do you mean provincial, municipal court? What's the difference? Because he said he wasn't sure, and I said, "Well, you should be, because you should be able to know I can accept these here or not," when I told him who the defendants were. Anyways, he went and looked things up, and he's more respectful after that. But and then I think a sheriff comes in the meantime and does other things. I don't know if he pressed the button or what, or it's just a coincidence. But the thing is he was more respectful after that, and there's a difference. But the thing is it's my life skills, people, and my critical thinking skills that allow you to refrain a little bit, but it doesn't always work. Including that optometrist that went to Kitkatla. I've never seen a lady keep escalating without reframing or self-correcting as much as she did. The uncaring indifference just grew every time I gave her feedback about her uncaring indifference. And it's not just me advocating for myself, it's because she can't stop herself from being like this. So there's no way I'm the only victim of her, except I was a very intense victim of her because I called her on it. But of course I'm advocating for the community that she was serving there, because I'm pretty sure if they check with everybody that I'm not the only one that would have found her cold. So again, people, help me out here. I don't even have kids of my own, so this is to help your kids' generation. Can you help me out sometimes and stop being... Well, you can't, I guess. You suffer from HSD.